Good day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. Yes, we are being live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Where are the faces? Let me see everyone's face. Oh, there are the faces. Let me let Noelia in. Happy Monday to everyone. It is good to see all of y'all. Shout out to Mr. Jason Quinones, who actually just stepped out. I was giving him a shout out. He helped set this up before we began. I appreciate him. Those of you who are following, I want to let you know that his mother has taken a turn for the better. So that is blessings, and I am happy about all of that. So I just really quick want to start off by saying, I apologize about the open mic list opening up like 4 minutes late. I would like to blame the system. I'd like to blame people at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, but it was actually my fault. I had set it up wrong. So my apologies about that. Also, my apologies about sending out the open mic list email kind of late. Listen, people, I don't want to get into it. I got the vaccine. It messed me up. I have been a big crybaby about being sick, okay? And my girlfriend has not been to help because she has been making fun of me, all right? So juju's on her for doing that. No, I'm joking. She's been great. So yeah, I apologize about being off, but every time something goes wrong before the show, it means that we are going to have a good show. With that being said, also Jenna is coming in. Those of you who have been around in the beginning, we haven't seen Jenna in a while. She's on the open mic list. I'm excited about that. So is Catherine Sweeney. Catherine Sweeney's here. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get into it real quick. Oh, I'm going to show something I didn't want. That's too soon. Wait. No. Can't show that first. I got to show that last. Okay, you didn't see that. We didn't see that. Oh, man, we are starting off real bad today. Welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. This is our 74th episode, 74 in a row, nonstop, doing it on holidays. We have been doing it every week. This is our second year of doing so. We do it every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we also stream it live on Facebook and YouTube. Look up New Eurekan Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. That is where also the recordings of all our past open mics are, and where the recording for this will be. So those of you who signed up and you want to get footage of yourself performing, make sure you check us out on Facebook and YouTube. If you are currently watching us on Facebook or YouTube and you would like to join us on Zoom, even though our open mic list is closed, you are still more than welcome to come join us on Zoom, hang out, speak to the poets. The number's at the bottom of the screen, 279-995-364. Make sure you come by, say hello. And if you're watching this in the future, lock that number in. It's the same number we use every Monday. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can help support us with a tax-deductible donation by going to www.neweurekan.org/contribute or to our Cash App, New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Tonight's theme is music. It doesn't mean that we're playing music. We're still doing poetry, right? Especially because we get copyright strikes if we start to play copyright music. But tonight's theme is music. So, of course, if you did not write on theme, it is totally okay. You can still share your poetry. Next week, there is no theme, but there is a 2-minute limit, and we're going to be really hard on that because next week, not only do we want to get to everybody on the waiting list, we want to be able to just pull people off Zoom. We've never been able to do it. That will be our 75th open mic. 75, that's kind of like, right? So I can do something different. I'm even going to perform a poem, so make sure y'all come check that out. I got another surprise for you on that day, but I'm not going to say the same thing. I'm going to save it for that. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, in that flyer, there are 2 months in advance of what the themes are, so you can write ahead to that. All of that information can be found on my social media, on my Instagram or Twitter. Look me up, Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because poetic license. I know everyone who has heard me say that a lot, you're probably in your head saying it with me, right? Or Bronx, what? You can also find me on YouTube. I got some stuff on YouTube. You can come check me out. I'm YouTubeable. Poets, when you are performing, please turn your cameras on. We want to see those beautiful faces. We want to see those expressions. We're looking to simulate an life in-person open mic as much as possible. The rules, because we have a lot of people and I want to get to as many people as possible. Have your poem ready. Make sure that you get out your poem right now so that when I call on you, you're not searching for it, and that maybe we can save some time to get to some more people on the open mic list. Please be courteous. Everyone who's performing, you got 4 minutes to perform, not 5, not 4.5. Please, 4 minutes. Like I said, I want to try to get to as many people on the waiting list as possible. We all know how difficult it is to get on the open mic and then to get on, but then you're stuck on the waiting list. I want to try to get to as many people as possible. Please be courteous. In terms of censorship, put the kids to bed. There is no censorship here. I believe in freedom of speech and let the artists experiment and all that good stuff. So put the kids to bed. Also, you will see this notice after the poets perform. Unmute yourself and go wild, be obnoxious, be loud. This is how we do it at the cafe. We like to shower the poets with love and to be loud. It's almost like a concert, just a little more intimate. And this is what I wanted to show you later on. Hot Poet Supper, a week from tomorrow, on September 7th. Roz, our own Roz, Rosalind Diaz, has put this together. She has produced it. We are going to have an open mic / feature show. It will be featuring Ray Jane. It will feature Roz. It will feature Paul Conqueso. It will feature Sam Park and Kyla Ducaya Garcia. This will all be hosted by La Bruja, our Thursday night online open mic host, and me, Advocate of Wordz, a Monday night online open mic host. So we're also going to have 10 slots available for the open mic list. I think we're going to be able to get more people on. So we're going to go about 2 hours, but we're being real conservative right now. I think it's better to go conservative and then later on be like, hey, we got more spots. Let's pull people in. So I don't think that is the right, if anyone's trying to write down the link, I don't think that's the right link information. I'm going to speak with Roz to make sure I get the right link, and then we will put it up through her big brown eyes. Make sure you give her a follow. So when she puts that information up, you know to sign up. With that being said, I have talked a lot. I got to get people in who are in the waiting room. And now what I also want to do, those of you who are on Zoom, please open up your chat, because when you are performing, the people like to say nice things about you in the chat. And you want to make sure that you can go and you can read it later. Also in the chat, I will be putting what I'm doing right now. Boom, I'm just put the open mic list into the chat so that we know where we're going. Thomas Connor and Elemental switched. So therefore, when to the video, I know Elemental is second, but now Thomas Connor is second because they switched spaces. With all that being said, I'm ready to hear some poetry. And starting off first is where'd Ray go? Where'd Ray go? Where'd Ray go? We kicking off. There we go. There we go. There is Ray. We kicking it off strong today. I'm not sure. I think this is Ray's time leading off the open mic. Brother, it is good to see you. Oh, look at it. He's showing the muscles. He's pulling the fork on with that. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. All right, Ray, you know the deal. Let the people know where they can find you online, and let's get into it.
Thank you. You guys can find me at Ray Did This on Instagram. I want to give a big shout out to you, Advocate. Oops, my battery just died. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Okay, good. Yeah, I just bought your book, Advocate of Wordz, a book of poetry and other creative nonsense that is imperative to your existence. You should be advertising this book, man. It's so good. It's so good. I'm going to read one of your poems next week for sure. So good. Love you, Dad. Great, great book. All right. So my piece, trigger warning, but it's actually pretty fun. It's called Again. I listened to your body. The beat was strong. Your hands moved fast. I knew it was love. The adrenaline of the drums, middle of the circle, bowed my head. Danced bomba all night, but that was just a dream. We all know I wasn't allowed to dance, wasn't allowed to feel, wasn't allowed to think, wasn't allowed to write. And it wasn't my absent mother, my unknown father, or my bully brother. It was you. Let's play a game. 2 truths and a lie. Your poetry is always full of lies. You said you loved me every night. You said you'd love me more if I died. 2 truths and a lie. Your poetry is the performance is the art is a lie. 3 truths, no lie. When people want to see Mona Lisa, they gather around and read my poetry. New game. Simon says, red, red, red. So you paint my walls red. Simon says black and blue onto you, so I fight back. Simon says touch me instead, so your hands are rough and you touch me way too much. Simon says kiss the red, white, and blue, so the colonizer inside of you throws me in a cage. Maya Angelou says she knows why the cage bird sings, because there is hope and the bird still has wings. Well, Simon says you need to clip my wings and throw them into your fire. Simon says I need to go to the doctor now. Red pill or blue pill, it doesn't matter, it's all the same, because everyone knows I was gonna stay. Simon says your body is a mirror, so you crack right before my eyes. Now Simon says I need to cry. Get on top of me, baby, I need to cry. Simon says red, red, red again, 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 but my walls are already red. What do we do? Too slow, try again. Simon says pluck the spinner, left hand on Ray's throat. Simon says it's your turn again. Right hand on the knife. Simon says he loves it when we fight, or was that your mother who claimed it was a fight? Maybe I'm not reading the instructions right. Stop it. Now bop it. Now spin it. Now pull it. Now twist it. Do you even know what game you're playing? Roll the dice and try again. Dice lands on snake eyes. Now Simon says someone needs to go to jail, but I already dropped the charges. So Simon says someone needs to drown. So between your legs I go. Simon says, this is a poem and I must ask the speaker a question. If Ray was drowning in the ocean and screaming for help, and if no one was around to hear him, does Ray make a sound or does he already crack? Simon says that isn't a question because it never happened. Simon says, stop lying. Simon says, go again. If Ray catches you trying to drown yourself in his bathtub and no one else is around to see it, did it really happen? Or is this another poem about Ray did this? Simon says, answer the question. Yes. Simon says, be specific. Yes. This is another poem about Ray did this. Simon says, red, red, red. Again, again. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and
Nice,
give it
nice.
up to Ray.
Nice job.
All right.
Damn,
Ray.
Simon said that was lit.
Let's
Oh,
go.
he did
was
that.
Excellent
Holy
job.
shit.
Broke my fingers too.
I heard that. That was
Ray did this, Ray did that. Ray Camacho, go follow him at Ray did this. You always make daddy proud. I love it. I love it. Ray Camacho. I think he's been with us for like 2-3 months now, right, Ray? Like he is a mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic, and he hit the ground running. Love this man. Love him. All right, let's keep it going. We're now going with Thomas Connor. Where is Thomas? There we go. Now, let me tell y'all, this man is gangster, but I saw a soft side of him partying at the family wedding. I see you. You ain't nothing but a big teddy bear, Thomas.
You know it. You know it.
You
know, that's family, man. They're lucky I didn't do the running man for these motherfuckers.
We got to talk. We got to talk. But right now, let the people know where they can find you online. Then let's get into it.
Yes. You can find me at Thomas Connor at Facebook and TAC7371 at Instagram. So I'm just going to get to it. This is another poem that I just got word that is going to be published as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm just going to spit it. I think I spit it here before, so I'm just going to spit it again. In God we trust. I need to make me human in their eyes. I need them to see me as a man, made of flesh and bone, raised in a God-fearing home. My school nights filled with skelly and tag games, homework on the kitchen table, quarreling with my siblings, fighting for bathroom space. I now locked in this place that overflows with dead souls, handcuffed by circumstance. These halls, solemn and alone, prisoners of inequity. We differ in age, but not in race, an assortment of lies. As our eyes peer into the unknown, begging for understanding, staring at bars made to hold inequity. Locked like beasts of burden, we are corralled. Branded by the hate that hate created, dripping empty, frozen, stripped of all emotions except regret, watching my captors glance quickly then turn away. Vilified by those that check the news every day, they seeing versions of me in different shades. I wonder if they even see me as human, feeling more like a scapegoat for America's reconstruction. Hating me for no longer tending to their plantations, justice is blind at her convenience. I wonder if she knows my test scores. I, a child of a family of 4. My father and me flying kites at 13. I am the hope he saw in his dreams, but to them, I am the unseen. I guess I'm too dark to notice or not human enough. Judged by their gavels, opening statements, a monologue of people that do not look like me. I am the monster under their bed. I am a man walking dead, praying for compassion, yet yearning for the shade of Prospect Park. I need all of her trees to free me. Hands open, feeling her breeze. I can't do that now. Frozen by the sounds of locking cells. Cruise and set the tempo. Telling myself it's all a bad dream. I, a victim of the hate that hate created. We must reconstruct once again, living in this land of imbalance. This will forever be the memory that clouds all the rest. But I have to remind myself I'm human. But tell me, what do you see?
Unmute yourself. Give it up.
Thomas, very nice. Congrats on getting it.
Great
That's so exciting.
Thomas.
Do that.
Well, Thomas, go.
Man.
Thomas did all that.
I believe you're the shit. That's what you are.
Thomas Connor. Oh, he's the shit. Make sure you look this dude up on Facebook. Thomas Connor. Y'all loving this man. Even though he's a Mets fan, right? Like he's gotta be super awesome if I still love him if he's a Mets fan. So make sure that y'all give him a follow. Also, I want to let the poets know who are performing tonight that you can change your name in case you want to put your social media handle in there so that the people can check you out. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up is a woman who's got her hands in a lot of cookie jars. She's a fantastic poet herself, and sometimes she likes to get a little dirty, but I always like to tell people, like, she does her erotic poetry, but she is so giving. She is so giving in her poetry, so even when she does something serious, it should be no surprise that she could be so giving. Without further ado, Marissa Prada.
What's up, family? Hey, real quick, I was just wondering if there's a person out there who's not sleeping with the same man I am, just wondering if he's telling you he loves you too, calling you baby, writing you poetry, making you calm all over yourself while he calms all over himself. So far, he's fucking me and, oh yeah, my poetry friends too. So ladies, we gotta speak up. Let's square some shit up because his dick be deep in this room. Yes, this room, this motherfucking room, blend into his background, slithering chameleon man. Yes, in one of those tiny squares, there is a traitor among us. Ladies, it sure as hell ain't your fault because I'm sure you don't know either. So just to set the record straight, us women started talking. We discovered we were not your only fuck toy in the box to the left. So go fuck me, then her, say, I love you now, family. This is not about creating drama. It's about protecting our community. It's about believing women and warning those who just don't know yet. I'm not here to ask you to pick sides or even to smear his name, but we need a come to Jesus meeting about who is coming with his cock. Y'all smell that? That smells of fresh roses laying graveside, pushing up daisies, you lying, conniving monster. Can't even call you a man because all you other men in here would never do me like this, would never do her like this. And whoever else is out there and still doesn't know, how many women is it exactly? Say, what? Yeah, go back and watch it on the replay. Y'all hear that music? That's the sound of his violin string karma come up and saying, she's a bitch. Go talk to God about this shitstorm you created, procuring pussy like a pro, and I'm dumb enough to build you a future. You want to see my monster? She will make you weep, you fucking coward. She will crawl up from your chest and arrest that sad excuse for a human heart. The worst part is I'm losing my best friend because I let you in. I used to feel lovesick for you, as if you leaving would rip out my soul. But now in my belly, all I feel is fire. In my eyes, all I feel is fire. In my fists, all I feel is fire. So you can take your babies, take your good mornings, take your I love yous, take your hello, beautiful poet man. You can take all the pictures, all the audio, video, books I sent you, gifts picked just for you, all the panties wrapped around toes, and shove them right up your ass until they pop out your throat. I hope you choke. I hope you choke so hard that your voice never delivers another line because you are a selfish liar. You duped us all. The worst part is that you yelled at me. You made it my fault when I asked you what was going on. You made me believe there was something wrong with me, then manipulated me through controlling communication. You gaslighting fuck. You lured me here, made me feel safe while sideswiping other vaginas. This is me speaking up to find out who else is out there. The sorry, not sorry part of my humanity wonders why the fuck I ever fell for you. Now I realize I am fire. I know my pussy is fire. I know someday someone will love me with such a fire. I am so much motherfucking fire that you will burn if you ever get close to me again. Listen. If you love women, if you champion women, if you protect women, then get this fucking joker out. This is a reckoning. You never get to wreck me again. This is me not taking the high road. This is me breaking my promise to stay. This is about dishonesty. This is about sexualizing multiple women for your pleasure. We need to eradicate this disease of thinking conquering women is a game, you sick puppet master of disaster. We gotta take back our power, ladies, for you can no longer hurt me. This Kevlar queen is now protecting these queens. If you rock with me, we'll ride or die the safety of this space. This dream-making machine is taking the early flight home with her head held high. This middle finger master salutes you and with gratitude tells you to get the fuck out of my
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Marissa.
So, Marissa,
Oh.
tell us.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be fucking.
Oh my god.
You went off.
They were ready for that.
Talk your shit.
Is it? Mama,
Talk about somebody in this.
So Marissa Prada had something on her chest to get off. Marissa Prada, give her a follow. She is a fire poet. She is publishing other poets as well. Then with workshop, hosting her own open mic. Make sure you go give her a follow. Just don't get on her bad side, okay? Don't do anything. She's gonna write a poem about you. Make sure you go give Marissa Prada a follow. Okay, I'm not gonna make anyone have to follow that. We're gonna take a quick, you know how I like to do, because some people come in late. We're gonna talk about where they're at. This is the Monday night online open mic. Oh, I didn't open the other part. Where is this? What did I just do? Okay, look at me. I'm all over the place, damn you. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, you know what? Let's just keep moving forward. And I'll bring that up later, because I know some people are showing up late and they're asking me, how can I sign up? I want to get in and I want to explain all of that. But first, let me go to Metronome and I'll set that up on my computer. Man, I am all out of whack today, but I'm telling you the poems are going to be fire. Is Metronome here today? Where's Metronome? She's not here. I see Sam Zane. Ooh, liking the haircut, brother. I'm seeing him. Joshua Kearney here. Oh, snap. Haven't seen Joshua in a while. And I don't see Metronome. All right, then we keep it moving. If Metronome's not here, is the Withdrawn here? Where is the Withdrawn? Oh, there he is. My man is back in Buffalo. Let me see. Are you still in the city, brother?
Yeah, I'm back, man. I just got back like half an hour ago. I'm sad.
Just in time, man. Well,
yeah.
I got to see the Withdrawn about 2 Saturdays ago at the hybrid open mic, which I have a little bit of info to talk about later. But right now, we're gonna get to the Withdrawn, the wild card. Let them know where they can find you, brother, and let's hear your poetry.
Thank you. I can follow me at The Withdrawn on Instagram, thewithdrawn.com. And this piece I wrote is over Janae Aiko's Happiness Over Everything, which if you want to hear with instrumental, you can check it out on my page. She knows that she thinks that I think that I'm some kind of hoe. I do care, 'cause that's not the image I want to give you. Preconceived notions, no. Don't assume what you don't know yet. See, baby, there's a difference in bragging about sex and talking about it. Your favorite artist speaks on a God-given gift, and that's okay, but when it comes to me, what makes it different? Is it because you know me personally? You don't know my history. I have nothing to be ashamed of sharing, because what sense does it make hiding? You judge off the poetry in writing alone, letting that determine whether or not I'm a hoe. I've had my fair share of making women wet and wish could have probably hit but didn't. Getting pics I never asked for but was always okay with. Could have been the destruction of some relationships. All kinds of tests will come to you in this writing shit. Tests in where you direct your energy, faithfulness, focus, and distractions. I never started out writing in the thing, but I grew a liking just because I knew I was good at it. The consistent sexting compliment of, you have a way with words, repeatedly rang the doorbell and I'd invite it in. I'd feel the need to suddenly prove to women that I'm different, till I realized I didn't. It wasn't on me how they viewed and didn't view me. The images in their minds that they created. Most men to them didn't know how to spark and start up genuine conversation. But I did. We talk about my writing and I'd feel a need to send over a piece regarding my mindset that showed being a player was never in my description. I talk less and present more. But the idea of me being a fuck boy because of my rhyming will only leave you disappointed. That is, until you get shown how lively being with me is. Everyone thinks they know you till they know you. And even when they know you, they still don't know you. It's not my job to correct anyone. It never was. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up
Wow.
for the wild card.
All
With
right, come
Wordz.
on.
Great.
Drawn up in the building.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Your
Bessie.
voice.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God, your
Thank you.
voice.
Come back to the
So Withdrawn. I think people are calling you back to the city. You can check out The Withdrawn at The Withdrawn and go to thewithdrawn.com to check him out. We got to meet Mama Withdrawn as well. She is awesome. I was standing right next to her while her son was sharing an erotic poem. It was nuts. It was surreal. But she was really cool about it. She's like, how do you think my son got here? I was like, oh, that woman's real. Okay, now we're going to India, where our man is having breakfast with us, Unmesh Mohidkar. Where there he goes. I feel like I haven't heard Unmesh on a Monday night in a long time. Brother, it's good to see you. You know the deal. How can we find you online? And then let's hear your poetry.
Hello, Advocate. Hello, everyone. Unmesh Mohidkar on Instagram and Facebook. I got open mic. Let's Unmesh live every Saturday, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. That is 10:30 New York time. Yes, here we go. For a change, I am on the topic here. The beat, the rhythm was missing. Breeze carrying all kinds of stinging smell, but his music refuses to die. Innocence died, love has deserted, but his music refuses to die. Alone in the space, debris left by satellites and spaceship of memories. The debris crashing the hope, but his music refuses to die. The open mic slots are closed. The keyboard refuses to type, but his music refuses to die. Looking at the sky, the burning sun, asking questions, still there, why? but his music refuses to die. Standing alone in the crowd, shrill cry of silence, breaking the eardrums, but his music refuses to die. Violent peace shouting in serenity, war is filthy, nowhere to go, but his music refuses to die. Still the flowers bloom, mistakes can be rectified, poems can be written, poems can be read. Love is music to the ears, and yes, his music refuses to die. His music refuses to die. Thank you, thanks a lot.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Oh,
Umesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Unmesh Mohika. Make sure you go give him a follow. He's hosting his own open mic. And I caught that, like the open mic list is cold. He couldn't get on it. The keyboards weren't working. He couldn't type it, like the music was still there. Oh, I caught that, Umesh. I love it. I love it. I can't wait till we get Umesh here in New York City. His book has already made whoopee with the sign at the New York Poets Cafe. And it's all on video. Go check out the New York Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so now I got this working. I don't know what happened before, why it didn't work. Nonetheless, this is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New York Poets Cafe. For those of you who have joined us late, if you want to join us on Zoom, the number's on the left-hand side of the screen, 279-995-364. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, as I just mentioned before. So if you want to go rewatch yourself or rewatch any poem that our poets perform here tonight on the open mic, make sure you do so on Facebook or YouTube. Our open mic list is closed tonight. It usually fills up like within 2 minutes, even if we open up late. But normally, it's supposed to open up 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I promise we're going to get back to that. To sign up, you visit newyorekan.org and you click Full Events Calendar. When you do so, you are going to get to here. Click to the calendar. You would click on the Monday you're signing up for. I think next week is September 6th. So you click on September 6th. When you would order an artist RSVP ticket, this is the only way for you to be able to get on the open mic list. And one more time, I wanted to also, why did it do that again? All right, I'm gonna get back to that later. I'm gonna put up the flyer for Roz's event again. I don't know where Roz is. I was hoping she'd be here. I'll hit her up. Nonetheless, let's keep it moving. We're going to another poet who's got her hands in a whole bunch of cookie jars in terms of doing interviews, which I recently got to do. You could go check it out on the Poetry Global Network. I'm trying to unmute her. Are you getting, no, there she is. Hello. Okay, cool. Hey, and she'll start own open mics and workshops and all that good stuff. And she's a fantastic poet. And you're going to hear it now. Finn Bell. Finn, let the people know where they can find you. And then I'm ready for your poetry.
Good evening, familia. It's Instagram, Finn_Bell, PHYNNE_BELLE. And I just wanted to plug my global family, PGN, which is the Poetry Global Network, where I have a flagship show called The Poets Lighthouse, alongside other lovely programming like The Poets Reacts and The Poets Times. And we have many other things coming up, like the revival of The Beloved Haven and the Poetry Academy. So please look out for that to come soon. I will put all that information in the chat. Okay. Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. The tide is high and we're moving on. I want to be your number one. A Navy brat's childhood is not one made for permanence of crab apple seedlings into wiser trees, nooks for hiding and hoarding that become a well-worn map in the mind and a cherished memory for particularly rough adult years later. Friends, our faces and one shining associated quirk of feature, like pale white blonde ringlets, doing endless somersaults and glitter hot pink wheeled roller skates that never left their feet. My best summers were probably sun-soaked ones, dashing madly up and down generous, well-kept sidewalks along Tierra Alta in my hand-me-down steel wheel skates, trying to keep pace with the taller, older girls already beginning to experience in their shaggy, uneven hair and striped boat neck t-shirts the prepubescent tide of Debbie Harry and the advent of the Madonna Cicconis to come. Perhaps born of fault in what I now choose to recall, my cheap cassette tape mind skips and rewinds, and I am rosy-cheeked and elbow-deep in earthworms and mud, baking gourmet delights for my 12 fledgling bullfrogs, my wiry orange tabby, and me, and my mom tending her miniature backyard green tomato patch. We rewind. Thank you.
Ooh, I love listening to. Unmute yourself for Finn Pell. I love listening to Finn Pell's poetry.
Well done, Finn.
Amazing,
So beautiful.
Yeah.
You go give her a follow. It feels like Finn writes for her voice. I know that's funny, but sometimes I hear poets and I'm like, maybe they should try a different voice. But it's like Finn writes for her voice, and her voice is like, no, you're gonna write for me. I love it. Go give her a follow, Finn Bell, and she hosted the karaoke night with Paul Conque. So I had such a good time. Next time I'm getting drunk, I already got my next song I'm gonna sing. But right now we're not talking about that. Right now we are gonna go back to the poetry with Amanda Ashley Villanueva. She looking at me like she La Tormenta. Be nice to me. In late October, she's coming out to rock with me, Chance, and Peggy at Princeton University. I'm excited about that. And for those who don't know, Amanda, beware, she will cut you with a compliment. That is who she is. Amanda, you know the deal. How can we find you online? Then let's hear your poetry.
So happy and honored to be here with all of you. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Medium, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. Correa, please come back to the Bronx because I miss you. So we're gonna get into my piece. It's called Music to My Ears When I Can't Hear. This toasted page out of my divine life truly taught me I never deserved all the burns I've endured. This week taught me hour-long hair playing be the best therapy, since mommy learned cleaning my ears as a baby was the only thing that would put me to sleep, was the only thing that would stop the crying. I enjoy this feast as if today, if I transitioned today, no, I wouldn't go back and change a thing. No, you be the song I sing to the music in my ear when I can't hear. How you disappeared just to come back in the way that said you never left. I question how you dare call me a safe space after I damn near broke my door, slamming it before your face. I question how my soul departed my body years ago, only to decide it now wants to come back home. I question how many phases I need to outgrow before I can know that I really am whole and holy. I question how patient you were for me to look you in the eye, for me to disintegrate the size of disheveled pride. I question when this lullaby erased the lies of not being enough, of being tough just for show, just rows filled with folks, those who couldn't fulfill me because I couldn't fulfill myself. I question if the lower beast side has teeth sharper than mine. Is it salty when I bleed? Is it sweet? Disheveled be the spirit, but you still love me anyway. Still have bars for days for me. Still make this storm a priority. Still be the words on my page when I can't read. I question, what are you here to teach me? I question While full circle always comes with thighs thicker than mine, I question if when you said this voodoo thing teaches souls how to bleed, you knew it really happened. More questions. Who's capping now? Who's captain now? Who's tapping out of having nothing to prove? I conclude with a poem that confesses the truth of La Tormenta's interlude. Your ex's mom could never stand this prude princess, empress of destruction and distraction, cackling at how we only got a fraction of the care we needed. Seeded fruit requires caution, but not eggshell walking, skipping through lovers just to pass go, just to use every free get out of jail card, just to watch this show of pretty privilege, of I'll do anything for you, of I treat you so damn good. I question if being born deaf is worse than losing sound over time, if being born blind is better than having, but then losing sight. I question the next time I'll unleash a good cry. I question when the black sky above will tell this black dove she was never numb inside. I question what music plays when I can't hear it. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves, give it up, Amanda.
Amanda, very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
In poet. Ooh.
I love it. I feel like we need to like extend the metaphor, right? Like she'll cut you with a oh wait, who's still? Oh, I thought it sounded like someone was unmuted. But she'll cut you with a compliment, but I also like, you know, she'll hug you with swords, right? Like yeah, I love it. Like that poem was hard, but there was a softness to it, right? I love it. Make sure that you go give Amanda a follow. She a beast, man. Bronx, Oakland. And I know she a beast because I saw Iris Morales like couldn't contain herself. Like Iris was everywhere listening to that poem. And Iris is a beast too, all right? I don't think Iris is on the open mic list tonight, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see Iris here, but Iris is a beast. I love Iris. Okay, DG Clearing is next. Let me unmute him. DG, man, we need to get another person who needs a wingman. Now I'm off the market. I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
Don't leave me hanging, please. Yes. It's so good to be here tonight. You can find me at DG Clearing on the net somewhere. So I have one poem for you tonight in theme. Rhythm and rhyme. Rhythm and rhyme. Harmonies and quotes, sounds and notes with the melody, the rhythm and the rhyme. Timbre perceptions of the time. Chords are two notes played together. A treble clef is a G above middle C. Choirs sing the angels' tunes, songs of gods and demons too. The happy sounds are the major keys. When you hear the minors, it's the sounds of the blues. From the primordial times, the drums beat and make you dance, shifting and lifting your feet, waltzing, jumping with a twist, the foxtrot and the bunny hop too. Words are sung about when we were young, memories stained in the distant sun, stories about our love and hate, about our wars, about our crimes, and about how the fields we were planted were just in time. Then the locust came and ate the crops, and how so many starved, but we made it through. How the floods took away our sins, how deities played their hearts and stole the hearts of men. Fantasies are played in the opus of time. The young boy with his dream, the young girl with her hopes, the heartbreak, the pain, and being on dope. There are the sweethearts, the souls we all want to be. In love and hand in hand, we all sing so not to be damned. The music plays, the songs never end. When you hear the notes, your mind will bend. Thank you, everyone.
Mr. D.
I always love to hear your poems.
Sounds
Always so good.
Much.
Stop. Woohoo!
DG Clearing, always so smooth. Look him up online, DG Clearing. And I know that earlier, I think it was in the spring, that they did an article on him and like got like 1 million views and everything, like, you know, but he still comes back with us. I appreciate that. Make sure you look him up. DG Clearing, the mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Next coming up is the apple of my eye, Catherine Bedard. Catherine, looking good as always. Please let the people know where they can find you online. And then let's hear your poetry.
If you see my catherinebedan.com, that's got it all. That's got my photos, my writing. It's got a link to my Facebook. It's got a link to my YouTube. And it's got a link to my music. And, you know, you call me the apple of your eye. Well, I'm going to start calling you the orange blossom of my heart, because the West Coast is California. Hey, Orange. All right. I thought you'd like that. I would just like everyone to take a moment. It doesn't have to be now, but at some point, to think of the women in Afghanistan and to realize how lucky we are here and to send prayers for all the shit that's happening there. And I don't want to end on a negative note, but we could pray for them. That's all we can do. But I got to remind you, if you don't keep up payments to your exorcist, there's a danger your home will be repossessed. I stole that from Mock the Week, I gotta be honest. Okay, so I did write about music or worshiping the soul. What is it? Music, intangible, other than a quivering wave frequency. It's a mystery, a soliloquy, a sweet song, or a raging storm. Sometimes it's the notes between the lines. Sometimes it's the madcap poet's rhyme. Sometimes it's Miles, sometimes it's the Beatles. Bitches Brew, or P.S. I Love You. It can be softly melodic like a summer's breeze, or harsh and staccato like a Boston nor'easter freeze. But music is always exactly what it is: a pouring out of the soul space, a squeezing out of the inner juices. How deep is your ocean? How deep are your thoughts? How brave are your feelings to express what's really going on? When I sing and play my instrument, I am surrendering to the spirit, and that spirit resides within each of us, which is why music is universal. It bridges the gaps between language and our systematic structures. It opens the heart spaces between peoples of different cultures. A magical healing machine, which, as it turns out, is easy and free. Well, unless you acquire some fancy, expensive equipment. And that's okay too, but that's not the music. The equipment is only a means and a tool for you to get there. The real music is a simple tune found in the deepest recesses of you. The real music is a heartfelt potion that can only come from me to you, which reminds me of Johnny Hammond and why in his own way he was considered the king of blues, for he had an ear for music, bringing Count Basie, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, and so many other greats to the airwaves. And isn't that what real music is? Electromagnetic energy carried on sound waves, bridging the gap between worldly abnormalities and bringing us together as one spirit of energy, as the Beatles sang, all together now. And as I sing to myself over and over the Rudra mantra, the Shiv mantra, Om Tat Sat, Om Triambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiva Bandhanam, Mrichor Mukshya Mamritat.
Wow, unmute yourself.
Nice. Beautiful.
Good. Nice.
Wow.
Blessings to
So
you.
good, Catherine.
Much appreciated.
Catherine Badin, Badin is how you say her last name. Make sure you go, spell her last name. Make sure you go check our website. Also, photographer, she's got it up there. It is on her box. You saw it on the bottom. CatherineBadin.com. Make sure you go check her out. Next coming up is someone who used to say can do no wrong, but she's been doing a lot of wrong because she hasn't been here on the Monday Night Online Open Mic. I'm talking about
so
Jenna
long. Yes,
Jenna.
it's been so long. Last semester was like a hot mess. I kind of like had to move off campus and like a bunch of stuff happened. So I was just sort of getting myself together, but I'm so excited to be back, and I love to see the glow up. Like, I feel like everyone had a glow up. The intro had a glow up. Yes, speaking of glow ups, something that I did work on earlier this year was I recently published a book. So this is my chapbook. It's called Beginnings. It's on Amazon. I'll drop the link. And yeah, I'm just going to read 2 poems from there. So this is called Unseen. We are waiting in a room that is silent. No one is speaking. A girl walks in and she is crying. They tell her to calm down as if her pain is invisible, but she's still screaming from the pain inside her. No one gets up. Everyone stares. She speaks in an unfamiliar tongue. Everyone is staring. Why is no one helping? The girl turns to me and I finally get a glimpse of her face. She speaks to me as I realize her face is mine and she has stolen my body. I wake up. That's the first one. This is another one. It's called Who's Writing? When trauma picks up the pen and begins to write your life, the memories begin to blur. You can't tell the difference. Sister becomes enemy, mother, monster. How can you decide the truth if you can't even remember what happened? If you can't remember, did it ever really happen? How can you forgive yourselves for the lies you didn't know you were telling? It's as if the truth were butterflies you swallowed. They now wrestle with your stomach. You can't get them out until someone is willing to grab them. They reach their arm down your throat, grab a fistful, and you feel them near your intestines. Now, their clenched hand in front of you. They unravel their fingers, display the creatures on their palm, and then they run out of ink. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Unmute yourself. Give it up.
Right here. This one right here, right?
Good to see you back.
Thank you guys. Thank
Nick Paleologo's got the book. You saw him. He was shaking it up. He already got the book. Nick be on point, man. Right? That's why he's the cult leader. I love that dude. Jenna Fleecent. Make sure you go look her up. Jenna's poems on Instagram. Make sure you give it. Oh, it's forgiven, Jenna. Just come back, okay? We just want you back. I will totally forgive you. All right? You can go back to being Jenna to do no wrong. Just come back. Just come back, okay? All right. Jenna Fleecent. She's been here since like the beginning. So, you know, she talking about the glow up. Oh, shoot. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about us. Let's keep it going. Now we're going to the skip verse. Mary Blenderman is here. I love me some Mary Blenderman. I don't think Mary is on the open mic list today, but I love me some Mary Blenderman. And Mary Blenderman owes me a song. She didn't sing on karaoke. I wanted to hear her sing on karaoke. All right. Next coming up is, wait, I had just said it. I am all over the place today. Paul Skiff. How can I forget Paul Skiff, the OG, the person who can have more claim to this open mic than I do? Paul Skiff. Paul, you know what to do. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your work, brother.
Hello, everybody. You know, I was just thinking, where's Jenna? Just today. So thanks for showing up again. I hope Zach's doing well too. Don't know if this is on theme. I hope the sound's coming over. It does have a title, Balsamo Loisaida. I-O-A-M-A-I. For conflicted, stumbling, injurious days, Loisaida streets concoct curative moments, coax antidote smile upon downcast face as anonymous whim of balance, tickle balm from oblivion. Smile and street formulate no plan, our involuntary junction, a when where idle time drifts, delinquent, untouchable chance, which has no possessor but decides without thought, spontaneous. As body recognize equilibrium when portions tantalize gravity, so weight becomes maybe it will not, when maybe it will. This fateful tug and teeter is how street becomes curative with tip into uncertainty, a startle, this raucous switch where all hurt is occupied by distraction, loses grip. The last summer firefly, exhausted, bumbles low in purple park dust, supernatural spark, throb of light, actually alive, both fragile and menacingly impossible, like adolescent sunflower sprung up between cracked pavement. Its ambition to thrive is joy twisted juicy with proliferating stoic madness, juxtaposes wild rhetoric of why not upon how vulnerable human certainty is when what is seen beats belief into the mind, jostled by permanence, bluff, bleakness of the corner now floats away as lost balloon whose choice of direction ascends on same randomness that ignited neighborhood prophets transition off this world, departure scorch, leaving on street, ardor of freshly painted mural, celebratory homage for prophet's exemplary refusal of prosperity, her choice to live life as a poet, kneeling at Loisida's hems, a reverence you could only understand as how July thunderstorm draws a person up to the roof, hallowed witness of a force that can sweep us away, lightning flash, eyes of the prophets, still wet paint on walls, red bricks, sear vision with arrival of permanence she planted to root in the hearts of us all who listened. We, a corner on Revelation's triangle, that wall is now also metaphysical, on an orbit as tattoo, a third eye inked into shape of planet Saturn, suddenly touchable, rescued from unhuman distance by solar spirit who knows his place was never here among us in our vast misrecognition. What other streets but Loisida's would shelter and cherish the planet Saturn to be balanced upon them in the flesh before found? Balance is piragua, a raspao, shaved ice in August sun, balance only here for a wavering moment, shaved ice whose nemesis, dry patch on back of tongue is path over which smile is licked into arrival as chance will be with no plan and easily invoked by the day neighbors made effigies personifying their happiness, then led a mirth parade to their chance, the 5-minute lifespan of a shaved ice. Balance cannot be thought up. Only the body can locate balance. Your toes, your spine are more wise than your brain. Falling hard is a possible future that has always led you to balance. It arrives like smiles happen by chance, chance, chance. He go ma beep bo ba diggy 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 diggy. Chance is where all smiles come from, and the street bulges with chance. Inhabit balance like a place, then follow the street to your smile.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Paul.
So dope.
Guys,
like to hear you.
let's see that.
Oh,
Jedi
wow.
Master right there.
Poetry.
Love
You're
you,
always
Skip.
on theme,
Another
even
level.
when you're not.
Yeah.
This Skiff verse Paul, skiff.com, Skiffgram on Instagram. I can already see, I know, just like about 45 minutes ago that the Withdrawn got back up to Buffalo, but he's coming back to the Lower East Side after that poem. I love Paul. Paul Skiff, go check him now, paulskiff.com. I love this community. I swear I do. All right, next coming up is Vex Lex. And I hope she's not too vexed right now because
No.
she's not on the waiting list. She got on here for Monday. I am so happy you got on,
I'm
Vex.
excited. Yes. I was like, I can't believe this.
You got on. We did it. We did it, Reddit. We did it. Okay, let the people know where they can follow you online, and then let's get into it.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at VexLex Poetry. I got 2 pieces. First one is called An Afternoon Stroll in East Harlem. Basketballs beatboxing against the concrete. The summer series has commenced. Mr. Softy chimes away around the corner, reeling in thirsty customers with its siren call. The neighborhood kids take over. This is their turf. Hanging out on the front stoop of a nice brownstone by Lenox Avenue, I passed by the deli where someone won the Powerball. The luck of the hood. Ceremonial dancing takes place when the fire hydrants are let loose. It may be time for an icy. I tried the rainbow, but you can never go wrong with cherry. I'm on my way back home. I think I'll take the same route. And my last piece is called I Won't Write You a Love Poem. I will give you myself to read before I fill your mind with fluff, stuff that might make your heart soar the more your eyes scan the page, assuage your desire to know exactly where my mind is. I won't write you a love poem. I won't memorialize how I feel. Isn't it more real if it comes from my mouth? Things may go south, but at least you will have the satisfaction of knowing that I unburdened myself with these thoughts that come and go as they please. But please believe me when I say this pen has written many tales that have ceased to exist. So resist I must when it comes to the urge to purge a subconscious where you have made a home. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourselves. Give it up for Vex Lex.
That was so
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
That was really cool.
Straight.
Listen, we got an expression from the Bronx, right? When someone does something really awesome that we wanted to do, we'd say we want to punch them in the neck, right? That's how we get down in the Bronx, right? And I mean, no offense, Vex, but I wanted to punch you in the neck with that line, basketball's beatboxing. I was like, oh, I want that line in my poem. Like, that was amazing. And that was the first line. Vex came out, y'all ain't get you actually put me on the waiting list my first time back. I give you that elbow. I know that, man. I know that. Harlem, Bronx. I love it. Vex Lex, is good to see you and hear you on a Monday night. Keep coming back. You better come back. Okay, next coming up, another person I haven't heard on a Monday night online open mic in a while. I have to go to other open mics to hear him. Is the urban cowboy poet. His return on Monday night is here. Oh, it is. I told you I was gonna be a good day. It is good to see you. You got on. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
Urban Cowboy Poetry on YouTube and Facebook. Your theme is music, huh? I got a urban legend about music. About the Hungarian suicide song. Gloomy Sunday. Laszlo Yavor didn't know he was doing anything wrong, writing words to Gloomy Sunday, the world's saddest song. When it was played on radio and broadcast nationwide, folks all over Hungary committed suicide. That government hated songs that caused a man to take his life. Only the state had the right to cause that kind of strife. When they heard how many shot themselves, jumped, or were hung, they banned Gloomy Sunday from ever being sung. Americans saw the tragedy that befell that little nation and thought, this could be a hit. We'll write us a translation. Only one artist can sell a song with such notoriety. We must get it recorded by the great Billie Holiday. Gloomy Sunday. Billie's version was a hit, 100,000 sold. Many were the folks who would never get to grow old. She sang it sad and beautiful, released it in the fall. By spring, 200 fans had decided to end it all. People on 2 continents done left the world too soon. Laszlo's girlfriend hung herself, as did the man who wrote the tune. Written rule to restrict the song to instrumental only. The words were causing folks to feel extremely sad and lonely. How could so many tragic deaths be caused by one sad song? I'll give a sample, but to be safe, please don't sing along. Soon there'll be candles and prayers that are said, I know. Let them not weep, let them know that I'm glad to go. You're starting to feel depressed from the couple lines I read. If I'd have sung this in Hungarian, by now you would be dead. If you should come across this song on iTunes, YouTube, or disc, be aware that you'll be listening to the words at your own risk. Gloomy Sunday. Thank you.
Happy to have him back.
Oh,
Unmute
man,
yourselves, give him love.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back.
Thank you.
The Urban Cowboy Poet. You can find him on YouTube. It is so good to see you. I am glad that we were able to get you on. Do not be a stranger. And of course, if I bounce around to other open mics, it's a pleasure to see you. But I'm a little partial to Monday night, because I'm hosting. That's how I am, right? When you host your own show, you're a little more partial. So come back here again. Urban Cowboy Poet on YouTube. Look him up. I see Brandy is checking us out. I think, is that a painting? Are you paint? Is that your painting in the background, Brandy? Oh, snap. We got artists in the audience. I love it. Brandy is a mainstay, always checking out, giving love. And I also saw Kemi here. Where did Kemi go? I saw she had her video on. I guess she turned it off. Who knows what trouble she's getting into. But I saw it. What's up to Kemi? I hope that you were good. Let's keep it moving down with the propaganda poet, the biker who likes to tour the USA and find people who allow him, who will encourage his behavior. Propaganda poet, where can we find you online so we can encourage your behavior?
Well, actually, I want to start off. I just want to say real quick that the theme of music is a total cheat theme because every Monday night at New Yo is music to my motherfucking ears, man. But I got to say specifically that with music as the theme, it seems a shame that Jane Spoken Word ended up on the waiting list. So I'm going to flip with her and let her go right now. And then if we get to me at the end, cool. If not, I'll see you guys next time. So bring on Jane Spoken Word, man, because it's music. And she's got some serious music in her blood.
Great Scott, we have a pleasant gesture. That is right. We are giving up propaganda spots so that we can make sure Jane Spoken Word, who is on our waiting list or more, can get on. Jane is a badass. Listen. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all want to make back up from the screen just a little bit? This woman is a badass, okay? Jane, where can we find you online?
I'm Jane Spoken Word. I'm on IG. I got a website, all that stuff. Jane Spoken Word. I'm everywhere. So I got two shorties. And thank you, propaganda. Much respect. One love to. First one's on theme. Second one's not. Waltzing with memories. He wanders the streets, his life tucked into his pockets, deliriously dancing with shadows down desolate alleyways. Under shadowed streetlights, he smiles to himself. He's waltzing with memories. He hums as he dances, eyes shaded, but he does not see. From the past to the present, his ghosts keep him company. A love never broken, a grief did never cry. He laid down his burden in faded sunset skies. Never dreary or alone, memories keep him company. No longer sorrowed and forlorn, he dances his love song. He wanders the streets with his life tucked into his pockets. Under the shadowed streetlights, he smiles to himself. He's waltzing with memories. Peace, yo. And then this next one, this is brand new shit. I just wrote it because of Marissa. This is for you, fucking Marissa. Time to heed this warning. Beware the politricks of fucking men. They will crush your divine spirit, inflict scars that never mend. They will make you promise after promise, swear on their mama's grave that it's you, it's only you, babe. It's the same old game been played. I have too much self-worth to love your ass in vain. I will not allow a cold-hearted lover to speak my name with shame. I have an eagle spirit. High above you, I do soar. I release you from my world. I send you scrambling for the door. Just schooling so you know that this is how I flow. I will sharpen my talons. I will summer my inner witch, because I am not your honey, baby. I am not your little bitch. Peace.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for James.
Or inner witch. Yes.
Wow. Ending. That's what's up.
Oh, my queen.
See, Amanda will cut you with a compliment. Jane will just show you all her knives and still cut you. She will give you time to defend yourself, and she will still get you. Jane's spoken word, and shout out, of course, to her partner Albie, who partaked on our hybrid open mic and in front of the Wild Project and playing along. Appreciate that, man. He must be a strong man to deal with, Jane, right? Like Jane, she'll cut you. I love Jane. I love her. And also, Kemlin is back. I gave you a shout out, Kemlin, and then you left. You know what I mean? What's up with that, man? I hope that I hope that Finn reached out to you saying, "What are you doing?" Whitney Salgado is here. Yes, it is. Whitney Salgado, the talented artist, is here. Hi, Whitney. See, Whitney, I never forget you anymore. I never have to wait till the last second, like where I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention you, Whitney. Nope, no more. Okay, next coming up is Catherine Sweeney. Oh, Catherine Sweeney. Wait, where's Cat? There's Catherine Sweeney. When anything goes smooth and falls into place and is right, I call it the Catherine Sweeney. It's great to see you. You know the deal. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Kate Renaud. I'll put it in the chat too. This poem is called Every Poem I Write Starts as a Poem About Jodeci. Every poem I write starts as a poem about Jodeci, except I still haven't gotten an answer on why the hind leg of a deer was hanging in the basement and where the rest of its body went. But it was there for weeks, strung up in intricate shibari, whip-stitched and bulging. And maybe that's where it all started, the skinless deer thigh hanging in the basement. We can speculate. The adults put it there so that we wouldn't notice their crumbling marriages, their hands bruised from pleasuring themselves so often when they thought we couldn't hear, but we did. And they let the blood collect on the cement floor just out front of the basement fridge. And I swear I still think of it when I'm doing something terrifying, like walking alone in the canyon while the coyote breed, or when I give birth, or head, or a speech. And I can still count the blood slapping the cement in reconciliation of this fear, maybe. And as I watch a shoeless man lean against the back door of a restaurant, pull down his pants and shoot himself in the dick with drugs, right as the sun is just getting there, to the point in the sky that beads the sweat on the lower back and starts a person considering shade. It seems we've moved past the point of discretion now, multiplied the pain. Just that morning, you described the only dog you ever loved as Cleopatra reincarnated, coal-lined eyes and all that raw beauty, the vigor of her thighs when she moved on a squirrel, and this thigh, a shadow swinging in the bald light of lampless bulb, the light in an empty basement that goes on being light even when we're not there to see it, and the hollow click of a beaded pull string we use to turn it on or off, but never steady. The countless times I allow my eyes to gaze toward it, the thump thump of R&B, take my money, my house and my cars, as a distraction, or an answer to the hands climbing my legs, pulling at my panties, the damp, musty smell of basement catching in my throat. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourself. Give it up for Catherine.
Wonderful.
So dope. Oh my God.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
dope.
got a theme in Catherine. Okay.
Wow.
Good. Loved every second of it.
Hey,
This lady.
Catherine Sweeney, like what more can I say? I love this woman's poetry and I love the way she reads it and presents it. Make sure you go look her up on Instagram, give her a follow. And that was a really cool picture of your kids in the waterfall in the pool, or I don't know if they were, I think those were your kids, right? I don't know if nephew, okay, your kids. Yo, your kid, your eldest, he look a little buff like he be swimming. That's what's up. He look a little buff. I saw the picture. I had to go do a few push-ups myself. Catherine Sweeney, go give her a follow. I love this woman's poetry. All right. Next coming up, who do we got? Mr. Tessa Somok. I feel like we haven't had a Tez talk here on the Monday night online open mic in a long time. And shout out to Generalissimo, who quickly popped his camera on and then turned it off. Mr. Tessa Somok, it is a pleasure to see you, brother. You know the deal. How can we find you online? And then we ready for the Tez talk.
All right, I've been on a 2-week break, so I'm glad you guys got a break. So the folks can catch me on Instagram on Gashes 2019, and I'm off topic, but I'm going in with this piece titled "The Petrified Signifier." Identity has always relied on the logic of difference to establish relations, qualitative differences between objects, individuals, and labor. We're being asked by the henchmen of polity and institutional bureaucracies to hand over our progeny, to hand over the crucible of our fate or end, over the threshold of the camp gate to hear the clank of the metal gate and walk away with guilt, establishing the equivalence of childcare, education, and care for a socially measurable quantity, the commodity of relations, an hour of labor for a pound of sugar, subjecting our children and ourselves to abstract universals, money. We will dance, define, and subverting between product, consumer, and labor. We will have to submit to the veiled mask of quantitative calculus. The dance of subversive differential meaning will reduce us to quantity and make us strictly meaningless. We lose the affect of relation within a field of articulated materiality. When our progeny becomes stats, they lose their identities. 33% prison population, while the dominant society is 53% white. The objects of substantive equivalence lose their discursive boundaries. The forced malignant relation of alienation become the petrified signifier or slide into meaning. Long gone are the days of unquestioned ideological discourse, no benefit in being an obedient dog. Lower the saluting hand in front of empty symbols in exchange for loyalty, for being the good citizen, for the complacent Teotaco. In the pandemic duress and syllogistic trauma, we cling to authority without truth, the structural illusion which gives us belief in allegiance to the nation. In our panic mass state, we deny the clumsy operation of authority. We salute the troops because we're told they are the guardians of freedom. We obey the country's leaders because, contrary to the massless, stop the steal, they're democratically elected. We go to war because we're convinced they are just. Even with our cynical distance, we continue our retroactive production of fascinating objects with their dazzling presence, offering the fetish promise to seizure society as we hand over our babies.
Unmute yourself and give it up for Mr.
The professor does it again.
That's the professor, y'all.
He was on sabbatical. He's back now. He was just on sabbatical.
He was just on sabbatical. Mr. Tesasomo Gashes 2019. Give him a follow. And I would like to take this time that if you're like, man, I feel like I missed some stuff, I need to re-listen to that poem. Go look up the New York Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. You can rewatch this show and all the poems and poets that came before and after Mr. Tesasomo. Okay, let's continue. Next coming up is the Honey Trap. Mr. Paul Conqueso. Paul, listen, Paul, listen, Paul. I don't sing, Paul, but I came and I sang at your event with you and Finn Bell, and I am already prepared for number 2. I just want to tell you that, Honey Trap. Just want to let you know. Nonetheless,
I live for it.
You know the deal, brother. Where can we find you online? And then the floor is yours.
At Paul Conqueso on IG and Linktree. I appreciate you coming through to the lip sync and all these other things, the karaoke jam. Storm Gods in the building, Storm Force, Men Who Heal, Voltron Rising, Sound from the Underground. Before I get going, I want to just real quick do a mindful moment of gratitude. Everybody, if you could just bow your head for about 2 seconds and think of something that you're grateful for, and then I'm gonna let it rock. Okay. This piece is called Requiting Love. Maybe because you came to me when I was baby teeth, pigeon feet hobbling out the delivery room. Mom handed you over to me like a holy thing. And I embedded in ink, embezzling the Lennon-esque, nothing's going to change my world type of harmony across the universe. You'd lark along with thrushed nightingale song, sparrows and monolithic wrens, northern mocking me. I mean, sometimes it's tiring. Composing the honey sweet notes to inspire, stinger in the flower with hopes to let me pollinate. Make their robin-breasted choir sing from A sharp to C flat. This G clef brings me back to every belted symphony. I'm a sucker for you, but there's no simp in me. Hit these Dizzy Gillespie, Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King, Coltrane, Count Basie, Billie Holiday, Miles Davis, Ray Charles, kinda swoon. In me euphony of the smoothest human beings, like the room is spinning and I can't breathe. Oh, my head is just aching. Hands won't stop sweating and my knees, girl, they just won't stop shaking. My stomach is turning flips and I feel sick, you see. And this is all just at the thought of you leaving me. Maybe I'm a fool, am I stupid? Maybe I'm a fiend addicted to it. Baby, I don't know, but you might get right when it's wrong. Maybe it's your smile makes me happy. Maybe it's your touch so relaxing. Whatever it is, without it I just can't go on. And I want you to know that I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself. I don't need nothing else. All I need is you. Why don't you just stay with me? Through the highs and lows, please don't go aria. Aren't you glad I didn't say orange sun, orange glow, citrus, reciprocal, and the juice isn't as sweet unless it's worth the squeeze. Never gonna be without you. See myself with only you. Finally found my inspiration. Hear your voice sing, baby, ooh, ooh. Anything you want, I got you. What you want, indeed, I'll be. 'Cause you are my everything. So baby, please just stay with me. Because sonically, you and I align like sheet music thrown into raging fireplace, and you could have been any place else in the universe, but you chose to stay with me through the concert and all concert hall curtain call ovation. Take a bow, Bach to my Ludwig, Amadeus to Chopin, Big to Pac, J to Nas. This is that classical battle. Drop that black album, then I back out it as the best wordsmith alive. Come on, ask about me. See, I put the Hove in Beethoven because I def jam. For reference, my left hand collecting tips to get you nervous as your system is sitting in pontificated privilege. Never work a day in your life. Synthesis, critic of the critic shit. Sing us a song like you're the piano man, advocate of Joel for the longest time. Type to rock a vest in a vestibule. Freestyles as a form of a battle to I'll battle you because all is fair in love and eulogy. Death as a circle of summoning, blood caked on radius, ulna, humorous from calloused hands sucking the bird wings dry, but love didn't have to suck pit pattern vernacular. Draining tracks like a junkie Dracula, needle pressed to the record grooves. 'Cause I love to turn you on. You're like my favorite song. Without you would be wrong forever and always. Did you know what you do for me? I love you, you're my melody. Wearing my heart on my sleeve. Music, you're all I need.
unmute yourselves. Give
Woo,
it up.
hell
for
yeah.
Honey.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go.
Beethoven
Yeah.
Def Jam
Saw him in real
live.
life and he's going down. That was awesome.
Beethoven Def Jam live.
line.
Wow.
Oh, con queso. When you spell queso, that's with a Q, Q-U-E-S-O. Oh, con queso. The honey trap, the only man that can get me to sing, because I am not a good singer. But I had so much fun, man. Make sure you go give this dude a follow so you can follow his poetry, follow his publishing, follow when he gets to do a workshop again, and follow when he does the lip sync and the karaoke. It was a lot of fun. Real quick, want to give shout outs. I see Nathaniel back in the building, freaking Green Bay Packers fans. You know we accept everyone if we allow Packers fans in. I love this dude. Nathaniel is a beast. And Idionga is here. I know she had trouble signing up, but she got to rock out and party at the pool party this weekend. I saw the pictures, and I want to see the pictures that wasn't posted on social media. Y'all had a great deal of fun. So I want to make sure I check that out. I get to see it. All right, let's keep moving forward. Oh, also shout out, I see Noelia in the building. Noelia is a beast. She is a beast. Noelia, make sure that Noelia, put your info in the chat so people can follow you. Also saw Mia Aguilera, who will be at our next our Saturday hybrid open mic. Also, real quick about that. Wait, who is next? And then I will talk about that. Gigi's next. I'm gonna get to the gangster Gigi. You don't keep a gangster waiting. So we are looking, I think, going to start doing it the last Saturday of the month. That is not locked in stone yet. When I know everything, I'm going to let everyone know. But we're going to get to our next poet, Gigi, who actually was at the first Saturday hybrid open mic. I got to see Gigi. She came to Lincoln Center, and then Wild Project. It was a whole day with the gangster. I felt so safe because I knew no one was going to mess with me because Gigi was there. Gigi, where can we find you online? And then let's get to your poetry.
You can find me at iron_resilience or on my website at arcadian-poetry.com. Sorry, I'm not standing. I was actually at urgent care until 7:50 tonight. So if I have to take a break for an inhaler, it's for dramatic pause. We're fine. What I do for you guys. Anyways, so I have 2 poems, but I don't think the other one has the vibe check. So I'll read an older one. All right. So this one is called My Favorite Song. My favorite song plays in the background of a car as I speed along of the pace of the highway. It is murmured over hands, interlocked conversations as I'm falling in love with your ideas, your voice, one that climbs octaves and has its own melody, along with crackles and cries of being you. My favorite song is played in a concert hall as hands wrapped around my waist and your head is nestled into my neck as we watch the main event. But the real main event was us. My favorite song is played in kitchens with bad keys as we cook together and laugh and steal spoonfuls of dishes, not quite perfect, ones that end up maybe a little too salty. My favorite song is the first time I stood up on top of a truck and danced with you under the stars. The sounds of fireworks erupted on the 4th of July while we stood under the stars below us, the smell of gunpowder and the lake. My favorite song is the loudness of your laugh, the symphony produced between your teeth as your smile lights up a room. My favorite song is not one counted in movements. It is the moments of life. The real music was never what played on the radio. No, that was just the tempo of the move. My favorite song was Falling in Love with You. And then I wrote another song for this theme, but it doesn't pass the vibe check. So I'm just going to read one that I read at Ray Jane's open mic. If you didn't go, now you know you should go to Ray Jane's open mic. All right, cool. Let's get into it. This one's called Cicada Wings. I think this is my most favorite poem that I've ever written. So that's why I keep reading it again. So if you've heard it before, sorry. Cicada Wings. I am breathing to the beat of a humming cicada, humming in sync with the dying of summer. I wonder in the humidity if it holds secrets or whispers of the coldness about to creep in. I wonder if it pulses through the veins of a dying beetle. I wonder if they know. I can feel the snow creaking into my teeth I wonder if anyone else around me knows we are a single pulse that will never beat as strong as the beat before last. Yet, I am breathing now to the beat of the crickets. They are not the main orchestra, but just the chorus. I feel that. I feel the loudness of my surroundings where even my highest scream blend into the tapestry. I wonder if my heartbeat is strong enough to carry me through the winter, through the burrowing beneath the soil. I wonder if I'm the cricket. I wonder if I'm the cicada. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourself. Give it up for
I love
Gigi.
that song.
Thank you, Gigi.
Feel better, sweetie.
Yes.
Really, really nice.
Thank you.
Gigi.
I love me some Gigi. And it's not because I'm afraid of her. No, I love her. I love her. She is awesome. Iron_resilience. I'm wishing you all the health and strength in the world right now, Gigi. I appreciate you being here. I want to give a shout out. I see Terry Rose Jertson, who has the first and only so far golden ticket in here. And of course, Ray Jane, who was mentioned earlier, hosting every last Friday, Freestyle Fridays. Ray Jane is a beast too. Okay, let us keep moving. I think our cult leader is next, right? Yes, he is. Our cult leader is next. Nick Paleologos, who also apparently got an advanced copy of Jenna's book, because that's what cult leaders get to do. So Nick, let the people know where they can find you online, and let's see your poetry, brother.
Right there, you see that right there? That's where you can find me on IG. My next mic is this Wednesday, so come through, 9:15, it's gonna be lit. All right, band right here that I used to work for right here, this will be somewhere else soon. Just a little hint into that. Next 10 in the house. Here we go. This one's called The Spectrum That Is My Music. That's the spectrum that is music in my mind. What the fuck though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Bow, get the fuck though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. See the through Baruch assault. Enter my brain where you can run the tracks of Ghetto Boys, Mobb Deep, Nas, with or without DMC. Thrash through circle pits while holding up a black flag, or you are a rebel yelling anti-flag standing at the top of the idol that Billy built by dead Kennedys and rage from Rise Against the Machine. I was asked by Alexandria a question, what kind of music do you like? I was asked the same thing by a Tribe Called Quest for 50 cents to my dollar. They got an answer. It wasn't just fabulous Kanye, Jay-Z, Eminem beats. What about the Tupac Biggie debate? As I opened my mouth, she said, no, wait a minute. Maybe you are a Foo Fighter finding Nirvana from Queens of the Stone Age, or maybe you're just a lo-fi kind of guy. That's not a brand new concept. Is it possible that you are in the Grateful Dead graveyard of musicians of the past, from Ramones, R.E.M., Depeche Mode? What about Sam Cooke? Maybe you are a Marvin Gaye fan. What about Luther Vandross? You like it when Whitney Houston's voice takes off? Bob Dylan, Paul Simon? Maybe you like old Metallica mixed in with some Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer, put it together on the Vegas stage. Now that is a day to remember. Heavy in Iron Maiden metal. You might like the Red Hot Chili Peppers or Soundgarden, or how about Pixies sprinkled with some David Bowie Stardust? I would like to say, wait. You like a half an orange with a side of Bob Marley and the Wailers, or how about Rolling Stones over Beatles, or how about Stones that are sour? Maybe a Slipknot that's disturbed, or maybe you're a trans person. How about an Evanescence that's churches only admit? I've turned you inside out. I haven't received an answer from you, Nick. I heard quicker answers from Wallflowers with one headlight working. How about Florence and the Machine? Gear up the answer. You've been listening to those Pink Floyd vinyls a lot lately, haven't you? Spark, crinkle in some AC/DC and Guns N' Roses. That'll give you an alkaline trio. The sum is more than 41 if you've been paying counting so far, Nick. I've begun linking your parts of your mind together from Seven Dust. Your romance must be chemical. Don't you think you can fall out of this conversation? Your senses must be failing, right, Nick? No, it's not that. Oh, good. I know that you're all about your culted personality and living color, wearing black on the Sabbath. Watch your players become a beautiful oblivion. I Spotified your Angry Pirates. They got a good EP out there. Boy, am I blue in the face. Felt like I ate dry corn. So let's hear your answer. You didn't let me answer in the first place. Here I go before you say Champagne Supernova or something like that. Oops. I did it again. Got Gaga over Oasis again in this pink sunshine. No, going forward. Bring me the horizon of purple and blue. Music is poetry with noises behind it. Look at J. Cole and look at Leonard Cohen. Look at The Cure and look at Poison. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, music is a tune that when people ride for minutes, the memory lasts a lifetime. Blink and you have listened to 182 songs. It's a Green Day when you're listening to your favorite song or artist. I don't have a favorite artist. I curate and cultivate my playlist to my mood, my state of mind. It is when my ears caress music. That is my favorite artist. It is music herself, queen of all sounds. Find me alone at midnight, inside my mind, drowning, can't think right. Day one, she keeps you calling, so you don't wake in the morning.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for the cult leader.
That was amazing, Nick. I really enjoyed it.
On the record. Damn.
Nick Paleologos at the real Nick P. This Wednesday, he's hosting his own open mic with The Word Is Right. Make sure you go give him a follow so you can get on that. Real quick, I want to shout out Lyrical, who is new to the community, checking this out. He is going to try to sign up next week. Oh, he got the nice long hair and the beard. He reminds me of me. I used to have long hair and the beard. And then, yeah, I cut it. I tried to fit in with the world, whatever. It is what it is. I'll get over it. Also want to shout out, of course, I mentioned Scott Pleasance before, but I had just said, great Scott, we have a pleasant gesture. That was named after him because he was the first person to give up his spot to rock out. And could I get riding co-host with me and he Zoom boots me out? It is Mariella. She's all the way out in France. She is staying up late just for us. I appreciate you. You can follow her at Made by Mariella. She's got a voice on her. Oh, I love her voice. Okay, let us keep moving forward now. And we are bringing up, wait, did I get it right? What did I do? Yeah, Gwen C. But I don't see Gwen. Is Gwen here? If Gwen is not here, then that means we are going to go to Michael Sindler. Shout out to Mark Fishman in the building as well. He's with the Poetry Global Network. I've seen him rock and work with people. He's awesome. I'm glad to see him here too. So I do not see Gwen C. There's Mark. Mark got good hair too. You see that? You can tell Mark wakes up and just goes like that and his hair is good. You can tell that, man. Next coming up, speaking of good hair, we're just on the hair. This is it. This is how we're going to Michael Sindler. We're talking about all the good hair, and then we get to Michael Sindler, the man with good hair. Michael, it is a pleasure to see you. I'm eager to hear you. You know what to do. How can promote who you want to promote, and let's hear your poetry.
We all know I'm going to promote lighthouseriders.org here in Denver and everywhere. All kinds of good stuff going on. Hopefully my internet will keep working because it's been way weird. I'm going to start with a haiku that maybe 1-2 people at the most here will get. It's called Jazz Joke. Worst jazz joke ever. Morgan and Pistorius walk into a bar. Okay, and I'm going to move on from that to a sonnet, and it's called Punk Wisdom. Richard Hell announced a blank generation, rebels that didn't fit the status quo, exemplifying pent-up frustration, starting nowhere with no place left to go. Don't worry about the government, winked a talking head, keeping his tongue in cheek. Now as the rule of law becomes extinct, the more prescient we find the critique. The Godfather certainly said it best, summing up the whole human condition with the immortal shout, birth, school, work, death, life's destined prescriptive admonition. The faults within us, not within our stars, proclaimed prophets with electric guitars. And I have no idea whether I'm still on here or not at this point. Am I? Yes?
Yep. Yo,
Okay.
we with you. We with you.
Okay, because I'm just, I have great trepidation about doing this one. I'm not sure I can actually make this work, but I'm going to try. It's called For Liz. I'm thinking only of you, Liz. I had to leave. That's just showbiz. But when I look out from my hotel room, I hang with anguish at the moon, knowing what I've left behind. But I'm still yours, and you're still mine. I hope this letter reaches you, or you hear this melody. Either way, at least then you'll know what you meant to me. Love, Ludwig. And do I have time for one last shorty?
Yeah, get your shorty in.
Okay. This is Idaho, written while eating chicken at Popeyes on Colfax. He grew up in Idaho, but felt he was from New Orleans. Creole, Cajun, and Zydeco. He grew up in Idaho, but from his sound, you'd never know. Bayou blood flowed from his genes. He grew up in Idaho, but felt he was from New Orleans. Was he right? How am I to know? There's more to life than what it seems. Mississippi River flows. Was he right? How am I to know? Ninth Ward folk flock to see his shows. They love to hear him live his dreams. Was he right? How am I to know? There's more to life than what it seems. Whew, I'm a little off tonight, man. This whole internet going.
Very nice, Michael. It was a
Nice,
great.
You got it, Michael. Give it up for him.
That was awesome. Good shit, Michael.
Wow, Michael Sindler. I love when artists are trying to like experiment or do things that they haven't done before, and they're like, all right, I hope this works. I love when they do that. Michael Sindler, always promoting lighthousewriters.org. Make sure you go check them out. And if you do, if you're smart enough and you know how to search the internet, you can find that Michael is on Instagram. He just has absolutely no posts on there. He has absolutely no, or someone, I think someone did that to him as a joke, but still go check it out. Okay, next coming up is my Pisces sister. Where is she? Poetic Desire. I feel like I haven't heard you in a while. Is that true? When was the last time you got to be on?
I don't know. It's on and off. I know. I get on when I can.
But it feels like you're here all the time, also like checking everyone out. Like
yes, I'm still checking everyone out. Everyone here is awesome. Okay.
And supporting
and full of inspiration. So, you know, I get on when I can and when I can find the time to write something on our new pieces here. So I actually wrote this one last night, and even a moment ago, I was still editing it. So
wait. Let the people know where they can find you, and then we want to hear it. Go ahead.
Yes. Facebook and Instagram, Poetic Desire with a K, and 6-word memoirs, Poetic Pisces. All right. So this one is called Melodic Love. Our love is the music of my soul, filled with melodic compositions. The soundtrack of our love features lyrics written of spoken love letters, serenaded sentiments inspired by our harmonious connections. Tracks change from one variation to the next, from lustful love and longing attraction to painful heartbreak and pining lost love misfortunes, circling back to inspirational forgiven second chances. Hear the violin solo of my heart, merging in perfect accompaniment to the violin solo of your love, plucking our strings in perfect harmony, in tune together as one, creating this melodic love. Heartfelt strings cry out loud, empty chords of heartbreak and sadness, soaring pitch of ecstasy and pleasure, melodies of deep felt passion layered through every note, verse, bridge, and chorus. The power of our love can be felt through every varied arrangement, from belted ballads to romantic, soulful, voice-to-men renditions, from slow tempo love-making adagios to fast-paced journeys as thrilling allegros. Feel the rhythm of my body dance in sync with yours. Place your hands on me as we adjust our movements to the speed of each tempo, till we come together in crescendos. Hear the orchestra of our love playing concertos of climactic finales. Once our decrescendos become quiet, peaceful reflections, come and whisper in my ear, a cappella lyrical expressions of how spellbound I've made you, how magical our composition of love came together as one harmonious flow. Instantly, I melt away to the vibratos of your baritone voice with every syllabic cadence that slips through your lips like a lullaby. Your low, deep volume entrances me into serenity, All that's needed to pull me deeper into your cadenza is to pull out your saxophone and Kenny G me with your instrumentals, easily soothing me to sleep. Hear and feel the measured beats of my heart, synchronized thumping of love pumping throughout. The dynamics of our love story perfectly outlined, intertwined between musically noted lines and avant-garde intervals sprinkled with bits of verismo, truth and realism evident and experienced through our symphonic scores created between sheets of harmonious connections full of serenaded sentiments, expressions of our melodic love. Good night.
Give it up for Poetic Desire.
Nice. Good to hear you again. Yes, thank you.
Poetic Desire, I love it. And she always ends with good night, right? Like she's putting us to bed. She hitting us with that poem, bap, bap, bap. Good night. Poetic Desire, make sure you go look her up. My Pisces sister, Pisces in the building. Okay, Elemental's next. Before we get to Elemental, you know I like to shout out people who are checking this out. So Odin versus Loki is here. I don't know if I know who Odin versus Loki is, but they're always checking this out on the open mic. I'm seeing them quite frequently. So I just want to let you know, I see you. Thank you for checking this out. Also, someone named James Parrish. I do not recognize the name, but James, I hope you are enjoying yourselves hanging out with us. And I think I covered everyone who's not on the waiting list, right? Because I want to mention the people who are not here on the waiting list or on the main list, and I think we are good. And also, we are moving good on time, and some people have had to bow out. Oh, Nicole AZ. I don't know who Nicole AZ is. Oh, I like your smile, Nicole. Thank you for checking us out, Nicole. I hope you're enjoying your time as well. Now we are going to move to Elemental. Let me unmute him. Oh, I like that background, man. I like that background. That is smooth right there. Brother, let the people know they can find you online. Now let's hear that fire.
Appreciate you, Advocate, to everyone who has came before me and everyone coming after. Peace and blessings. Truly appreciate all y'all being here. This is family, man. You know what I mean? Yo, Storm Gods in the building. First and foremost, Men Who Heal, man. Sound from the underground. You know, elemental.com, my book Calamity is out, man. I just appreciate all y'all's energy, man. Trust me. Days like today, I need it the most, man. So this is music. It only took 4 clicks to jumpstart pyrotechnics and reverb heavy master mix stereophonics, 2-inch reel-to-reel splice sultry into sonic quality hard to find in digital realm where they've mistaken volume for content, starships for garbage. Who is audience? Of conflict between heartbeats and brainwaves where needles become syringes of soul, bloodstream activated by killer chords and harmonies that soar beyond major scales or major keys. Tony Montana, say hello to my little friend. God sent to suck the sorrow from sparrow with eyes on roads to everywhere. It's the snaps that collapse the blockade on eardrums, cure for symptoms of every ailment. Laid on subwoofers, let rumble, dissolve jet streams and clear skies. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy me, this ecology hiding in plain sight. Purple hydrants recycle, repurpose, reuse, misuse tears and tears and tears. You know the tears. My eyes refuse to cry, hearing your screaming every ounce of pain a culture can create. How do people relate to stories of murder, curbing their enthusiasm like DDT sprayed on junctions where flowers once grew? Now, only remnants of dreams echo of possibilities bouncing off the broken concrete, creeping around corners, sinking teeth into vinyl reminders. It's time for phase 2. Relax my mind, let my conscience be free. Let the soothing sounds of therapy be the symphony to quiet the worries of making or not making enough money. Just money, money, money. I need that root of all evil, man. Gotta make that money, man. That money, man, is still the same. Gotta make that money, man. Because for the love of money, people will steal from their brother, drug their mothers to cuddle up next to enough chicken to keep their bathed in feathers as long as their feeble brain can calculate. It's beautiful outside. Looks like it's raining money, man. No umbrella, spit cyclones a cappella. Hella scary, Harry Carey Candyman 5 times. Elevate skyline to eye level. Reflection off diamond bezels. Oyster perpetual. Movement fluid. Move like water flowing backwards. Smoke back in lungs. Bullet back in the gun. Yelling shoot, don't please. Equalize these levels. Quantize devils. Cause treble pushes bass off clips at behest of engineers, keeping vocals of change buried in dirty mixes and burning trenches that smell like classrooms and radio waves, with DJs getting paid to inundate masses with trash, basura, not the hot music, the hot music. Check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 is how we usually start. Once again, it's the thought, the Dalai Lama of the mic, the Prime Minister thought. This directed to whoever in listening range. Are your eardrums open for christening? Are your eardrums open for christening? Are you listening? Are you listening? When he said, mercy, mercy, were you listening? Can you hear the truth in every harmony, fifth and third, slip and slurred? DJ Screw your good news into the blues of moon and howling wolves starving for real music. When are we gonna start demanding it?
Unmute yourselves, give it up for
Jesus.
Wow.
There we go.
Just like music.
Worth the wait.
Go, brother, go, brother, go.
Such energy. Elemental.com. You take the T out, you put the number 2 in. That's how you're gonna find this brother's stuff, including his book. Oh man, we gotta move San Francisco. We gotta move the Bay Area closer to New York City so Elemental can come hang out and rock out at the cafe. Love this dude. Make sure that you go and give him a follow. Okay, Eric Fritz. If I don't see Eric Fritz here, I don't see Gwen C here, I don't see Metronome here. That means we're going to move into the waiting list. Right before we do, as I promised, I want to promote this one more time. On September 7th, a week from tomorrow, Hot Poet Supper. It's being brought to you by Through Her Big Brown Eyes, which is Roz. I don't know where Roz is tonight. I hope all is well with her. But yes, we are going to be rocking out Ray Jane, Roz, Paul Conqueso, Sam Park, and Kyla Tucaya Garcia are going to be the features. La Bruja and myself are going to be the host. Me and La Bruja are going to rock a little something ourselves. Also, we have 10 slots open for the open mic. That is not the link, the official link to the sign up list. I have to get it and I'm going to add it into the flyer. But make sure you're following me online. So when I post it, you can sign up at Advocate of Words. When you spell words with a Z, poetic license from the Bronx, hip hop, what? That's why I like Elemental's poem. Or you could also follow Roz at Through Her Big Brown Eyes. With that being said, let us jump into the waiting list and get people going. I appreciate the community, getting through all the poems quickly, but also like an enjoyable pace so that we can get to other people on the waiting list, like my man Ed Poetastic, who has been changing up his flow. Where is Ed? I don't see Ed. Is Ed here? Where? Oh, there he is. He's waving. He's like, come on, man. I'm on the waiting list. I've been waiting to the end and you don't see me. I see you. Ed, let people know where they can find you online and let's get into it.
Sure, no problem, my brother. You have to help one another. All right, you can find me at Facebook at Eddie Foreman, and you can find me at IG at Eddie Foreman 92. Remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my potastic insight. And if you send me requests, if you take guests, I'll hit yes. Hey, Advocate, can we spin for a minute? Bro, I want to say some poetry. Let me bask in the glow. Bro, let poetry set us free. All right. My name is Ed Potastic. Hope you're feeling fantastic. Please give me the time so you can draw my rhymes so you all feel sublime. Okay, here's my Potastic chime. This is called Lyrical Butterflies. Oh, music, what can I say about you? You ain't be happier than a fish swimming in the deep blue. Music is harmony to all our ears, exterminates our darkest fears, and leave us into tears. Music can send fire to our hearts or a big warm hug. It can kill the inner traumas or the toxic bugs. Music gives us a safe space. It gives us a vibrant room to elevate, concentrate, and meditate with extra grace. Music gives us nostalgia in a more surreal time. It reminds us we're aligned in our physical and mental prime. Music can raise oceans, destroy mountains, and set off volcanoes. Hearts relieve just from listening to a few notes. Music can make you move and groove a million times. It's deep in our roots, kind of like these rhymes. Music gives a moment to express ourselves in this ugly yet beautiful world. It can inspire and teach any little boy or girl. Music is an art in its own unique luminous form. To break us out of our boring dorms, it could be a radiant sun or a chaotic storm, but listen to it in order to transform. Music is the air we breathe and food we eat. It's the senses that freeze our bodies and burn our feet. Music is a performance that's happening inside our minds. Actually, it's like poetry. You can feel the energy up our spines. Music is, wait, then let me simply tell you, put on your headphones or your earbuds to submerge in the deep musical blue. Let the notes go through and around you so you can get lost inside your whimsical cocoon. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Ed Poetastic.
Nice, Good work. Thank you. Always good to hear you. Yes.
Ed Poetastic always likes to do a little freestyle before his poetry. As I said, like as a hip hop artist, I appreciate that. Love you, brother. Thank you so much. Now we're going to the man who switched spots so we can get the badass Gene spoken word up here, and that is Propaganda Poet. Brother, you know the deal. Let people know where they can find you online, and let's get into it.
Man, I just appreciate you all so much, and every Monday night is fucking magical and amazing, and it's because of you guys, and I can't thank you all enough. So we can't have a night about music without a love song. So here's a love song about America. It's called To Live and Die in Oz. Strip away that road they say is paved with gold. You'll find it ain't so pretty. Vision's gone gold blind, trying to find the Emerald City. If only we could look behind the mirror and find that one true mission. Finally, perhaps I could collect on all of my 3 wishes. If they only had a brain, perhaps they wouldn't be quite so insane, and maybe our humanity wouldn't be bleeding down a drain. If we only had a brain. If they only had a heart, maybe Civil War II wouldn't have to start, and our future generations wouldn't be falling apart. If we only had a heart. If they only could be brave, perhaps we wouldn't have to dig so many graves, and maybe there would actually be something left to save. If we only could be brave. Mr. Wizard, I don't want to be an American anymore, but there's no place like home. No place like home. Why can't we just leave well enough alone? You know the day is gonna come when we're gonna have to atone, but you just wanna sit and stare at your 55-inch plasma color screen or hide behind the tinted windows of some monster SUV. And if you really wanna be the big man, maybe you'll have 2. And if you're having trouble getting yours, just find someone else to screw. There's no place like home. No place like home. Now think back to a time when we all had our own personal magic. People didn't stumble around with eyes so dark, 'cause life just wasn't so tragic. If only we could find the courage to speak the words that really needed to be said, maybe we wouldn't be leaving our children a planet that's already been left for dead. Now more than ever, we've got to work together and weave a worldwide magic spell. 'Cause after all, ain't we all got the same old sad stories to tell? Thank you very much. I love you all. Fucking
Unmute yourselves and encourage
Yes.
this man's
Really
behavior.
enjoyed that.
Nice.
So
Nice
Nice
performance. Great words. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
You heard how long he held that growl? It was like for like 2 minutes. He could have competed against the guy who screams "Goal, goal!" Right? You're gonna hear "Goal," and then you're gonna hear propaganda go "Arr!" for 2 minutes straight. Propaganda poet. Make sure you look this guy up. Give him a follow. Love it. All right, we're going now to Mary Lee Johnson, and then we're gonna get to Mr. Speaker. And if we could get to others, we will. We are currently in our waiting list. There we go. Mary Lee Johnson. Mary Lee, I have heard you before in other open mics, but I don't know. Have you performed on the Monday night before?
Never. This is my first time, so I'm glad to be here.
Yes, I am happy we got to you. Well, welcome to Monday night. I know this is not my first time meeting you, but welcome to our home. And I hope that, I hope you realize that, Mary Lee, you have messed up, because now every Monday you're going to have to be here. I just want to let you know that, okay? With that being said, let us know where we can follow you online, then let's hear your poetry.
I really don't have a place to follow at this point. Maybe Monday nights here.
Oh, good answer. You're off to a fantastic start, Mary Lee. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, I'd like to do 3 haikus today. Not exactly in epic form, so they shouldn't take much time. Haikus start with 7 syllables. Oh, 5? Oops, time's up. Haiku number 2. Once upon a time, 7 o'clock, I believe, an alarm clock rang. Haiku number 3, an hour later. You look ugly when you sleep. Snarky snooze button. Thank you.
Everyone unmute yourselves. Give it up for Mary Lee.
Thank you, Mary Lee. One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us.
And we'll
They're screaming "one of us" because they want you to come back. Mary Lee, I told you, you're going to have to be here every Monday. Mary Lee Johnson, I loved it. I loved it. Hit us with the quick haikus. Oh, too late. They're finished. I like that. 7-5. Mary Lee Johnson, happy to have you here. Oh, we having a good night. Let's keep it moving. Mr. Speaker, I feel like you were here every Monday night and you were on the waiting list every single Monday night and we never get to you. I am so happy that we are getting to you. Brother, where can we find you online and then get into it?
All things Mr. Speaker. Let's go. History of spoken word. In the beginning, there was the word, and that word was spoken. The simple combination of words in this world as we know it was awoken. From Africa through the Middle East to Europe, Asia, the word touched many places, different languages, cultures, creeds, colors, all of them, the word embraces. Over time, spoken word became dialogues, monologues, and speeches. Later, word grew into plays, movies, storytelling, history, teaches. Once spoken word was joined with music, they formed a lasting combination, providing lyrical enjoyment, exhilaration, and for some complete relaxation, from poetic rhythmic word patterns to celebratory combination to religious renditions to today's sexual gyrations. Spoken word and music are the source from which all things flow. See, thoughts form in your brain and out of your mouth, they must go. That is if you want your thoughts or lyrics to ever take form or flight. Yes, some have to put words on paper to edit, and then later they will recite. See, writing is freedom. It's revolutionary. It is a way to relieve and release stress. True writing is fearless, while singing is full of expression, and together they are completely boundless. To you poets, singers, musicians, my people, here is my prayer that I'm sending through. May similes slide off your tongue, and may your metaphors melt those listening to you. May your rhymes ripple as your voice hardens nipples while hitting verbal triples and home runs. May your tongue never be forked and your words never twisted or bent. May you always receive finger snaps while you spit. So shouts out to all my writers listening to me right now. See, I know you carry words in your head like passengers until you write them down. And once those words are put on paper, it's like your mind has magically been released. That is the very first time that a true writer can actually get some poetic peace. The second time is when that writer takes the mic and those words are spoken, sang, or read. So here I am, releasing my words, getting peace until the next poetic thought enters my head.
Unmute yourself.
Mr. Speaker, tonight.
Turn, everyone.
Great, Mr.
Thank you.
Speaker. I
Speaker
really
talk
enjoyed it.
today. That was great.
Man,
Yeah.
true.
Always a pleasure to hear.
Mr. Speaker, MrSpeakerInc.com. When you spell ink, it is INK. If we ever go to war, I always say this is going to be our general, right? Like, Mr. Speaker is smooth, right? Like, he is what a man is supposed to be. He's got a very manly voice, got the broad shoulders and everything, right? And it's like, you know not to mess with him, but he's also got that energy like he's very protective. I love that, man. I love it. Mr. Speaker, go give that dude a follow, right? And then he got some erotic poetry, and I see how y'all be acting to that. Y'all dirty, and he knows it. Okay, next coming up is, I don't see Rich Glennon. So if Rich Glennon is not here, Rich Daddy Glennon, we're gonna go to Lacan. Is Lacan here? I saw him here before. I swear I did. Is he here? Is he? I'm seeing Elemental pointing. Elemental's always catching the people. Like, there we go. There we go. There is Lacan. All the way from the Philippines. He's getting up early to hang out with us. I'm trying to unmute you.
All right. Okay. Great. I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. I'd like to just plug first the Magic Mic still is available for donations for the women who are survivors of human trafficking and violence. Check out Finbell's Linktree, and also please support Poetry Global Network and other platforms. And I would love to give a spot to Indigo Pie.
Okay, great, Scott. We've got a pleasant gesture. Let me get to Indigo Pie. And we haven't heard from Indigo Pie in a long time. And Indigo is also from the Philippines. There's Indigo. Let me unmute Indigo.
Good morning.
Wait. No. Don't give me no good morning. Where have you been? We have been doing this every week and I haven't seen you in like months. Explain real quick.
I'm sucked into the corporate world. I'm getting out of it, don't worry.
Okay, I understand how that
bills,
goes.
man.
So let the people know where we can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry. And I'm happy to have you back.
Thank you. Speaking of getting out of the corporate world, my PayPal is up here, and so is my Instagram. My book, La Kambing Luna, is out later this year, finally, Lord. And thank you for the slot, because, well. So Cosmos, right. I will not cry. Man, okay, I'm gonna take 30 seconds to tell y'all that Nuno means so much to me. And I'm so happy to be back here. But anyway, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? I thought this entire time that there would be a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, because this has been my dream since high school. But why did the pot of gold turn into a pot of drool? Why is there a troll at the bottom of this rainbow? Why is the bridge it's not even that I can't pass, it's not even there. Sometimes You hang on to high school dreams, and when they come true, they turn out to be a freaking nightmare. Listen, sometimes your dreams are not what you thought they would be. Sometimes the times will change. Sometimes you will get hit with a dose of reality. But do not stop believing in rainbows. Do not stop reaching for the stars. Do not let yourself sink so deep that you'd rather, I don't know, get run over by a car than go to work, than go to school, than do what you feel you're obligated to do. I'm an old lady. I'm 32. So like that may not be the most sage advice for you kids. But listen, for as long as your heart beats, listen to it. Listen to this. I almost gave my art up thinking that the way to go forward was to pay my bills. And then I realized sometimes you can do that and still get your thrills. Don't give up your art. Don't let the monsters of capitalism eat you alive. Do not decide to take a knife to what keeps your blood running in the first place. I made that mistake. Never again. Hello, Rio. Your baby is home.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Thank you,
Indigo
Indigo
Pie.
Pie.
Yes,
Thank you,
Andy.
Andy.
Go,
In the Philippines.
Mahal na mahal kita.
Yes. Beautiful.
Indigo Pie, I am so happy to see you. And that voice. Oh my God. Listen, Indigo. I don't know if you follow Finn Bell and Paul Conqueso, but you need to follow them so that the next time we do a karaoke, you're going to have to be there, all right? Like, I'm just putting it out there. Paul, Finn, we need to get Indigo, all right? We need to get Indigo. I love that opening. Oh, I wish I could sing. I so wish I could sing. Indigo Pie, love it. Make sure you give Indigo a follow. Okay. Who do I got? Just Joy. So happy I'm getting to Just Joy. Where is Just Joy? I saw there's Just Joy. Give us some joy. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm trying to unmute you.
Yes. Hi, Advocate. Can you just let someone go right in front of me and I go next after them? Please?
Okay, I think I'll have time. So okay, I'm gonna come back to you. All right, cool.
Thank you.
So Indigo is in the middle of a heist, as we can see. Turn your video off if you're in the middle of a heist. There you go. She's gonna take care of some business real quick. I know how it is. We got gangsters on this open mic. All right, that means we're gonna go to GK Jairam. This GK is the good luck charm, because when GK gets on the waiting list, it's like we always get to him. GK is like near the end of the waiting list, and we got him. GK, listen. Are you anywhere near New York City?
Yes, I'm in Princeton.
Okay.
New Jersey.
Wait. Oh, great. I am going to be at Princeton University at the end of October. I'm going to buy a lotto ticket and I'm going to rub it against your shoulder because you are such good luck, man. I'm going to win. Woo-hoo. All right. Yeah.
All the best. Send me the info and I'll be there.
Oh, that would be awesome. Awesome. You know the deal. Let the people know how they can follow you, and then let's see your poetry.
I just put my name in the box for YouTube, and you will hear a lot of stories that I won in Moth and Philadelphia and so on, and various other things like a TED Talk and all that. So that's it. All right. A poem. A grave visit. Grave spelt as Grave. I am in a bus. I'm in a buzz, being driven to the village of my birth, the village of my ancestors, where I was born when the world was young. I leave the ugly concrete of the town in anticipation of the joy of the return to the womb. Be still, my beating heart. And then it begins, the bleak landscape, the utterly barren ground where once we kids roamed the woods. No water, no fuel, the old man in the next seat murmurs. Women walk miles every day farther and farther to find sticks to burn, water to drink. The bus in a swirl of dust lets me down at my destination. I take a walk in the sweltering sun at the village which was once mine. fading rapidly. I cry for what has vanished. I cry for what has taken its place. I walk the 4 streets. I see the babies whose ribs I can count. Old women, old, very old men, eyes half shut in the scorching sun, waiting to be shut fully and forever soon. Youth has run away. No jobs, no hope, leaving behind those who cannot run and those who know not how to run. Death watches are not pretty. A collateral necessity created by a hurling society, hurtling in too great a hurry to pick up the slow souls. I board the bus back, bearing the burden of the memory of a village where there was once laughter, lust, and love.
Unmute yourselves and give it up.
So to the heart.
Nice, GK.
Powerful GK.
Yes.
Really.
Great piece.
Love it,
Great piece,
GK.
GK.
Thank you.
I love having this dude on. I love his poetry. I love how he reads. Awesome. Okay, so I am going to get to Just Joy. And then I also have Araciel, who I believe is here. So I want to be able to get to him. But before we do that, the goal. Oh, my video's turned off. Sorry. Appreciate it. Thank you to Mariella, co-host, looking out for me. Appreciate it. At Made by Mariella, this woman can sing. She is so gifted. Make sure you go give her a follow. So, if you know, about a month ago or so, we had our 100th unique poet sign up for season 2. And because she was our 100th poet who signed up for season 2, I told her, you got a golden ticket and you can rock whenever you want. I want to start giving out golden tickets, but for specific reasons, and I just give that. And she just hit me up, and she's like, golden ticket, I'm in to win it. And yes, she is. Terry Rose Jerkson. Terry, I am glad you were going to rock out and your video's working and that you are not at a baseball game so we can clearly hear you. Terry, yes. let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
iFunny's mom at Instagram and on Facebook, Terry Rose Dirtson. Why do I keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result? Like when I love unconditionally and expect everyone else to do the same. Like when I constantly give people the benefit of the doubt and they faithfully disappoint me. Like when I expect progression and get regression. Like when I get attacked or attached to couples and they inevitably split up. Like when friends choose sides in a divorce. Like when I find my dream job and end up losing it for a stupid reason. Like when I try to be happy and those in charge fuck me up just because they can. Like when laws are not fair to everyone, when I expect them to be. Like when I tell the truth and get accused of a lie. Like when all I want to do is live a normal life with my love, only to realize that the world at large will not accept us because we don't fit the narrative. Ooh, boy, I love you so, never, never, never gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you. Ooh, boy, I love you so, never, never, never gonna let you go. I hope you feel the same way too. Like when history pushes on you, pushes on us, pushes on everyone. Like when I keep questioning whether life is teaching me or making me crazy. Like when the answers are always the same. Like when no matter what I do, it's a mind fuck all of the time. Like when I start to consider suicide as a logical answer. Like when I think of all the people I have known and not known who are no longer with us. Like when I remember my responsibilities keeping me here. Like when I'm waiting for the next cycle of events that bring me back to the beginning. Like when I keep doing the same things over and over and over, never learning the lesson that I need to in order to make it stop in the name of love. Before you break my heart, think it over. Thank you.
Yes, Terry.
Yes, Terry, sing it. I hear that.
Trinity.
There, thank
In the name of love.
I love all that music from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I love it. Terry Rose Jerkson, our golden ticket holder. Well, now she cashed it in, but our golden ticket holder, the first time ever we've given that on a Monday Night Online open mic, and it was to Terry, who's a Phillies fan. I'm not that mad at her, right? The Yankees beat the Phillies in 2009. I was at that World Series. Well, much love to Terry Rose Jerkson. Love having her around. She's always supporting us. All right. We're now Idionga. If you were there, I sent you a message. If you were not, then okay, cool. I hope you're well, but I sent you a message. Now we're going to Just Joy, who is in her getaway car after her heist, but she's gonna give us the phone anyway. I love that y'all let me be so ignorant. I appreciate it. Just Joy, happy to have you. We ready now?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sorry. I'm in an Uber, so I just had to be quick. And the poem is on my phone, so I'm just gonna switch over if you guys can't see me, but hopefully you can. So
Okay, but wait, Just Joy, let us know where we can find you. Then let's hear the poem.
okay, I'm on Instagram, JoyGals21. All right, here you go. The name of my poem, I think it's on theme. It's called "You're My Music." So here we go. We started out sitting on a stoop, letting the music blare through the airways. We was holding court with Mahalia and singing the gospel on Sundays. Our dreams were overshadowed by ghetto nightmares, but we was born survivors. Bon Jovi just living on a prayer. You got this jazz that creatively be moving my feet. You got my soul dancing to every rhythmic beat. You are my alluring, beautiful Mecca. Got me twisting and turning like Chubby Checker. Just so I can microphone check ya. 1, 2, 1, 2. You know how we do. From rock to pop to hip hop, and you don't stop. You got that Barry Gordy Motown sound and look. To Mob Deep in them and having me shook. Your acoustic vibe is my entire essence. Got me ushering my truths to these are my confessions. You put that rock into my role. You infiltrated my heart and pop locked my soul. You got me screaming, more fire, all while elevating my frequency higher. You got me swinging in a Caribbean trance, whispering in my ear, follow me and learn how to do this new house dance. Them Afro beats be drumming and running through my mind. But you're that cleft note stuck in between the musical lines. You're my everything, you're my melody, and together we create a perfect harmony. You're the accent to my chords, the cadence to my being. You're my composition for this melodic emotional feeling. You're the outcry of the movement, of the streets. You're the rhapsody and manuscript of every hip hop beat. You are my medium, my artistic manifestation. You're my stanza, my symphony, my ultimate vibration. You're my lyrics, my inflections, my refrains. You're the rhythm and blues running through my veins. But see, they hated you at first and boxed you up and called you urban. Then you made a seat at the table and your soul was unburdened. They laughed at you and thought you were amusing because they really didn't understand that you're my music. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Just Joy.
Wonderful, yo.
Nice,
Wonderful.
Joy.
Got
I
hip
see
hop.
you.
Go.
Oh yeah.
Joy.
That was joyful.
And she did that on the run while she's pulling in Ocean's 11. That's what's up. Just Joy. Give her a follow. I love it. I love it. I love this woman's M&G and poetry, and she has been part of our highlight reels. I have been so caught up with things. I got to get back to the highlight reels. I'm like 5 episodes behind, but I'm going to start knocking them out this week. Just Joy, thank you. See the cops? I see the cops flashing in her screen. You see it? They're after run. You got to be here next Monday. Joy, run. Just Joy. I have too much fun with y'all. Y'all see Nick? I see Nick's face, Nick Paleologos. It's like, wait a second. Advocate of Wordz is a snitch. What's going on? All right. So we are running out of time, but we are going to get to Arasael Rivera. Where is he? I saw that beautiful beard before. There's the beautiful beard. Loving it. I miss my beard. It's starting to get cold. So I may be growing mine out soon. Brother, let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry, and welcome back. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I'm so glad. I didn't think I was gonna be this is exciting. There's been an amazing night. You can find me at Instagram at Arisael_RIV. I'll put it in the chat as well. I'm excited to share a new poem with you guys. So here we go. I stood on the dance floor and wanted to be a flower on the wall. I don't know if I can dance at all. Music may move some, but will I be able to show off, get up and get down like Kevin Hart on a stadium tour? Music lives in me like chemistry, chemically shooting endorphins in my brain, but will my body do the same? I heard the beat again and my foot started tapping, toes uncontrollably moving me like poetry. I was like, yo. I moved further in as waves of sounds crashed against my skin, hair standing in attention like Spidey sensing before getting clocked in the chin. Let's not behave. I started moving my hips, felt the ancestors inside me begin to lift me up. This is my blood. My Spanish-speaking, native, Taino, West African djembe plays my soul, lets the music move. My fingers itch of excitement, not pain, I start a wave. Shoulders up, hips go round. I'm in the middle of the dance floor now. People looking from the side of their eye at me now. My eyes are open, but all I see is light now. Music made me a dancer now. So sweaty now, so tired now. The lights go out. Bro, we closed. Oh, I walk out. Music in my soul now, feeling a little higher now. Yo, I'm a dancer now.
Yes, give it up for Mr.
Yes. Nice, Arisael.
Yes,
Good to hear you
yes,
again.
you are.
Thanks,
Arisael Rivera, it's great to have you back, man. It reminded me of how I learned salsa. It was junior high school prom. One of the prettiest girls there asked me to dance salsa. I didn't know how to do it. And after that, I learned, so I was never in that trouble again. But then no one ever asked me to dance. I had to ask everyone. It is what it is. Arisael Rivera. Okay, so we have to wrap things up real quick. One more time, I want to say thank you to Mariella for being co-host and holding it down behind the scenes. You can follow her at Made by Mariella. She is super talented, those of you who know. And I know that she really hasn't been rocking on the Monday night like in a long time, but she was actually one of the first people who used to rock out with us, you know, and then she went and lived life, and then she came back because she realized, like, what's life without you guys? Yes, thank you, Mariella. Make sure that you also go to nuyorican.org, New Yorican Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. That's where all of this will be. Make sure you follow me at Advocate of Wordz, and you spell words, that's with a Z, because, you know, poetic license, what, I am cool like that. And, you know, promoting different shows that I'm doing, workshops that are coming up. I got like 4 workshops that'll be coming up this fall for free, all of that good stuff. But with that being said, we're going to close it out with my Pisces sister, Poetic Desire. Let me unmute her. There she is. It was great seeing y'all. Poetic Desire. Close us out.
Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Aguirre into your home. This has been the Monday night online open mic presented by the New Yorkers Poet Cafe, hosted by our one and only Advocate of Wordz. On behalf of the community tonight, I, your Poetic Desire, would like to say good night, sweet poet.